Falls du noch da bist, weil das jetzt echt ewig dauert hat. Aber Alter, was für ein Wichser, ey. Aber wie kann man denn Angst konzentrieren? Und ihr macht euren scheiß Job auch nicht, kann das sein? Ich meine, dass ich da rein kann, okay, aber der andere Typ einfach? Oh, die haben alle festgenommen. Wann ist denn das passiert?
Your Grace, we have taken the Society members into custody. They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if they had received some kind of order. We decided to forestall their plan, and were just about to send the word when you unexpectedly arrived.
Great work, everyone.
You had prepared for something like this all along?
I had them stay here to keep an eye on things, so I'm glad that my intuition turned out to be correct. Perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters and bring all the members to me.
Understood, Your Grace.
Now, let's check on them. As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
Ooh! Paimon's glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here. Paimon's gonna float away for a bit.
Der Dorn steckt noch auf den Kopf. Warum haben sie den Dorn nicht
They
herausgezogen?
probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dugier's censure. These people must have had to endure an unimaginable amount of pain. Let's go check out the other areas too.
Jeder ist besser als Wärter als die zwei da vorne. Ich meine, der Typ ist einfach reingelatscht.
Hey, come here. Have a look at this.
Ich stehe neben dir. Ich kann nicht mehr herkommen. Ich stehe schon
This is
da.
a book that Paimon found in a box next to the bookshelf. Its contents are exactly the same as this book on the shelf. The colors of the covers are completely different though, and the names of the authors also don't match up.
Die Bücher dienen also auch nur zur Schau. Sonst wird die Auswahl nicht mehr so, als würde sie regelmäßig aktualisiert werden.
Yeah, and they dared to claim that they wrote these too. Huh.
Sind wir jetzt hier eigentlich eingebrochen? Ich meine, war die Tür abgeschlossen, die unsichtbare? Kommen hier noch raus? Zeitungen scheinen veraltet zu sein, aber sie sehen brandneu aus. Es scheint, als hätten sie kaum jemand durchgeblättert. Bei näherer Betrachtung sind sie sogar die Falten nahezu identisch. Sie scheinen nicht durch natürliches Lesen entstanden zu sein. Wow.
Look at what I found.
Was ist das da?
This is a surveillance port. With this, Dugier would be able to remotely monitor everything that's happening at the gathering place.
Boah, das ist sowas her.
So even if Dugier's not there in person, he'll still always have eyes on the members.
Keine Wunder, dass die solche Angst haben.
Indeed. It's easy to become lost and confused when you're given no instructions or any kind of script to follow. And if any action you take may be deemed a mistake, then perhaps it's better to do less. Or to not do anything at all. Dugier has already tamed them to his will.
Zähmen, Alter, hört sich echt schlimm an.
Your Grace, Your Grace!
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any Society members in the other areas. It also seems like none of the equipment in those rooms were ever used. All the signs of wear and tear are fake. The lime scale, the layers of dust, they were all deliberately added.
Das ist sogar Staub?
We also investigated the members' residences and weren't able to find anything. Their neighbors all say that they haven't returned home for ages.
Oh.
They're gone? That could only mean...
Die Paradegesellschaft hat eine große Anstrengung unternommen, einen gefälschten Treffpunkt zu bauen. Ihr eigentlicher Stützpunkt liegt woanders.
Indeed. As long as he allowed Society members to mingle with others, even with threats of censure, Dugier knew that he couldn't stop all of his members from speaking out. Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon as a whistleblower sounds the alarm. So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, the fancy equipment, even the members that we saw. And only the most docile and well-trained members were selected as his performers.
But then, where can we actually find him?
Let me think. Dugier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the overseer of my fortress guard has never alerted me to anything of the sort, he must be in Dugier's pocket.
Dann werden wir diesen Wachmann finden. Wir werden ihn dazu bringen, uns zu sagen, wo sie
I'm of the
sind.
same mind. Let's go. You two, follow me.
Wie die Baratgäste schaut noch ein zweites unsichtbares Haus. Der ist geil, Alter, ja. Verdammt, sie haben mehr unsichtbare Häuser. Shit. Auf ins unsichtbare Bettmobil. Warte, was muss ich eigentlich machen? Geh zum Produktionstrakt, okay. Alter, der war geil, Alter. Die haben noch ein zweites unsichtbares Haus, verdammt. Ah. Wie sollen wir das hier finden, wenn es unsichtbar ist? Also, er ist schon sehr geil. Ich hab das mit dem unsichtbaren Ding schon wieder fast vergessen gehabt. Ich begleite dich nach draußen. Hä? Aber was machen wir, wenn es nicht nur ein unsichtbares Haus ist, sondern eine unsichtbare Burg?
That's the most likely scenario to me. He's probably already caught wind of Dugier's declaration of war against me, and has fled to seek his protection. Let's keep heading down. There are some abandoned areas in there. Since he needs space, I'd guess Dugier probably converted them into his headquarters.
Rennen die uns eigentlich jetzt die ganze Zeit nach?
We should be on the right track. Now we just need to find that turncoat. Let's go. We can take this path. You guys take the other.
Gott sei Dank, ich dachte, wir laufen uns ständig hinterher. Ich fühle mich leicht beobachtet. Okay, wir lassen uns Zeit scheinbar. Wie konnte ich wieder normal laufen? So. Jetzt rennen wir plötzlich, jetzt wo ich Gen gefunden habe. Und jetzt? Was macht der? Alter Junge! Hä? Erst geht er langsam.
There's a fallen guard over there. Paimon sees some society members too.
After them.
It's Reisenden. Run!
Soll ich die jetzt fangen? Ich meine, ich laufe dreimal so schnell wie der. Oh, der hat eh keine Chance.
Ugh, those blasted guards.
Was ist da hinten? Die spazieren da so rum. Und jetzt? Geht er einfach weiter und wir machen nichts, oder? Grossier.
Did Dugier send you? Why did you attack that guard?
Gerade war er noch voll angepisst und dann so. Weiler.
Fine, it's time to talk. Can't you see that he's trying to help?
I will take your cooperation into consideration when it comes time to hand out sentences.
But Mr. Dugier, he didn't want this guy to expose our true location. We were just about to dispose of him when you caught up to us.
So, in other words, your headquarters should be this way.
Yes, it's just down this way. You'll make it there once you've seen him pass through a large drainage pipe.
So ist das vernünftig.
Guards, take them away. Let's go. It's about time that we find out what Dugier's really after.
Wollten die den Wachmann zufällig über die Brüstung schmeißen? Weil die irgendwas mit Abwerfen gesagt haben? Das ist voll ganz schön hart, Alter. Und du stehst da und hast nichts mitbekommen, ha? Echt super. Du kriegst eine Gehaltserhöhung. Vielleicht bekommst du sogar ein eigenes unsichtbares Haus. Im unsichtbaren Wohnmobil. Ja, unsichtbarer Schlüssel, ja. Der war auch zu geil, der Gag, Alter. Was jetzt hat? Dugiers Königreich. Okay. Wir gehen mal einfach so rein.
much space down here.
Yeah, these are all former work areas. They've been left abandoned due to a lack of funds. There are usually guards on patrol here. It would seem that all of those guards have been bought as well. Stay sharp. He's got a ton of surprises waiting for us, I'm sure.
Oh, sehr schön, wir dürfen ihn spielen. Fuck, Alter, nachdem ich ihn jetzt ein paar Mal gespielt habe, ist es schon cool eigentlich. Müssen wir die alle platt machen?
I see everything.
Ach komm, bevor ich jetzt da lang rumspiele. Furinas Massakertruppe los. Was, noch mehr von euch, Spackos?
I see everything.
Ihr habt einen vergessen. Danke.
Hey, are you okay?
You're safe now. Just follow the guards and leave this place.
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Dougie really prepared for everything.
And that would explain the strange decommission requests I received, as well as account for all the Gardamex that had mysteriously gone missing. Seems like he's prepared for an all-out confrontation with me.
Hey, what's this?
Das ist ein Buch bei, Mann. Das ist neulich erst erfunden worden.
Seems like some kind of handbook. Let me see. Ah, this should be the Society's real rules book. It lists all the rules that they're expected to follow. Members are not permitted to speak to each other or to leave without formal permission.
Ohne formelle Erlaubnis ist es Mitgliedern nicht gestattet zu gehen oder miteinander zu reden.
5 members shall form a group, and the whole group will be punished for any single member's wrongdoings.
Ach du Scheiße.
Anyone who reports a fellow member's misbehavior shall be rewarded with food and water.
Oh, das ist das Übelste, die Leute gegeneinander ausspielen.
I see. So it's much as I expected.
But that's just cruel and unreasonable.
To obtain food and water, prisoners are forced to snitch on others, and in the process cause pain to those around them. To avoid punishment, they learn to stop talking with one another. This leaves the wounds they've already received to fester, however, and so resentment builds until every prisoner has become an island. Finally, isolated and without hope, they accept their fate as Dugier's
Er hat sie überhaupt nicht
slaves.
als Mensch behandelt.
Do you remember what happened to Paimon? She rejected all the snacks in the box once she was spooked by that black gem. She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she chose to go against her instincts after a negative experience.
Wie ist sie so wegschaut so? Ich weiß nicht, wovon du redest.
Ugh, is that the best example you could come up with? Anyway, Paimon still thinks she made the right decision. It never hurts to be careful.
No, your decision was valid. However, it's also valid to interpret that as a decision that you only made under emotional duress. The human heart is like a raft in a vast and empty ocean. We convince ourselves that we're in control, but in truth, a single wave could sweep us off course and send us crashing into the path of a storm. Those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime.
Oh, er ist richtig angepisst. Aber so richtig hart, Alter. Dabei ist er eigentlich eher der lockere Typ. Ich gelobe nicht noch einmal davon zu laufen. Ich gelobe nur noch den erlaubten Zeiten zu sprechen. Ich gelobe während des gesamten Verlaufs der Zurechtweisung bei Bewusstsein zu bleiben. Was? Was ist das für ein Ding, Alter? Ich darf nicht ohnmächtig werden, wenn ich misshandelt werde. Ich gelobe sämtliche von Dougier erlassenen Befehle entschlossen zu befolgen. Ich gelobe alle Handlungen meiner Truppenmitglieder zu melden, die die Einheit des Truppes beeinträchtigen könnten. Ich gelobe, dass ich bei dem Verstoß so gegen das Gelübde freiwillig Strafe der 4. Stufe oder höher akzeptieren werde. Es ist so wie Scientology oder sowas. Der gesamte Text wurde von Hand geschrieben, das Papier ist zerknittert und die Schrift krakelig. Schluss zu, dass er unter dem extremen Schmerzen verfasst wurde. Statt einer Unterschrift findet sich ein Fingerabdruck drauf, doch wenn man nach dem Abdruck genauer ansieht, wird erkannt, dass dafür keine sanfte Farbe wie die vom Stempeltinte verwendet wurde. Alter, Blut? Oder das andere Zeug halt. Holy shit. Das ist ja eine echt üble Story, Alter. Also ich mag's, was hier passiert. Ey, also, wie die Story ist, nicht was passiert, Alter. Das hört sich jetzt falsch an. Jetzt wollte ich schon sagen, halt hier voll die Geschütztürme und so, aber das sind ja...
If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of this place. But the door's been locked. Rather than confront Dugier, I think it's more important right now for us to rescue as many society members as possible. You guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some other spots.
Open the door. Would we have to do something to this mechanism here? Paimon doesn't get it at all. Forget it, Paimon's just gonna do some trial and error.
Wieso du? Wir machen's am Ende. Achso, ich muss da was drehen, oder was?
Oh, it's turning! Is it because we touched this thing? Look, the other side's open.
Okay, jetzt ist die Tür
Let's
offen.
go.
Da geht's nur hinein, da gibt's auch kein Öffnungsding. Alter, was sind das für Leitern, Alter? Schau mal hin, da passt die da wieder dazwischen. Also Genshin hat schon mal echt nicht so mit den Proportionen von Sachen. Schokomon, guten Abend. Gibt es das als Digimon? Schokomon? Oder ist der einfach nur so gewählt?
Let's begin.
So groß wie das unsichtbare Haus ist ja.
Everyone hold hands. Hold the line. Positions.
Hat der Helichos hier unten? Jetzt kommt's mir erst. Und auch nicht das Pokémon. Ne, ich hab Digimon gemeint. Was essen? Wo wir jetzt jeder bloß auf die Schokolade schaut, Alter. Einer erwähnt einer spricht den Namen aus, alle denken an Schokolade, was? Ja, bei Schokolade kommen sie alle aus die Ecken. Ich würde die Wachen mal austauschen, die aktuell taugen. Ja, weil ja hier alles Mögliche unterwegs ist. Ich bin halt hungrig. Ja, dann ab, was essen.
It's so high. We're not gonna have to climb all the way up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first, just like before. Let's see if that...
Looks like there's a mechanism that's gotten stuck. It won't turn alongside the others. Is there something we can do?
Das einfach wegmachen. Ach so, jetzt kann ich die Vorrichtung wieder hinmachen und dann weitermachen. Oh.
The water level's gone way up. So that's how we'll make it to the top.
Klar, warum auch einen Aufzug machen? Ich meine, man könnte auch einfach 2 Millionen Liter Wasser reinlassen, ne? Viel schwerer als ein Aufzug. Macht halt voll Sinn, dass ich da lieber extrem viel Wasser reinlasse als einen scheiß Aufzug. Corina Schlägertruppe, los! Wir können jetzt mal aufräumen, da ist noch einer, danke. Ihr werdet nachlässig. Wenn es so weitergeht, dann bezahle ich euch nicht. Was ich eh nicht mache, aber... So. Sind wir wieder am Eingang, ne? Nee, was so, wo zur Hölle sind wir jetzt?
These should be the prison cells. Lots of empty cells in here. Dugier's probably moved them elsewhere already.
Let's still rescue the ones who got left behind, though. Every person counts.
Ja, aber fällt es nicht auf, wenn Gefangene einfach weg sind?
Hey, it's all right now. You can leave this place.
No, I won't try to leave anymore. I'll never try to leave again.
Ey, Clocher.
Don't close to me. I don't want any trouble.
No, we're not gonna do that. Please calm down. We're not bad people.
Schlechte Menschen, wir wissen nicht mal, was du bist.
We won't be able to get through to her right now. Not with the stress response in the way. I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her. Let's let the guards take care of them for now and keep pushing forward.
Ach, wieso? Andere sind immer noch hingefahren.
All right. Let's search for an exit first.
Ja, aber ich muss echt zugeben, also für das, dass der Reisely eigentlich normal sich gut anhört, was er hier alles macht, der passt schon nicht auf, oder? Zurückgelassener Brief. Liebe Lorraine, meine liebste Tochter, mir bleibt keine andere Wahl, als mich auf diese Weise von dir zu verabschieden. Seit unserer Trennung gab es keinen Moment, in dem ich mir nicht erhofft habe... Okay, es geht. Fort Merope so schnell wie möglich zu verlassen. Ich will an deine Seite zurückkehren und wieder zu deinem Vater werden, zu dem du so aufgeschaut hast. Vielleicht kommt es ja naiv von mir zu glauben, dass Sünder Vergebung finden können. Im Moment, in dem das Urteil ergibt, stirbt der Mensch und was bleibt, ist nicht mehr als Fleisch, das Buße tun muss. Niemand wird Mitleid mit dem Fleisch haben, denn es ist schmutzig und wertlos. Ja, aber man kann es kochen und so. Triff keine falschen Entscheidungen, Lore. Mach keine Fehler. Genieße dein Leben. Strebe dann auch noch besser zu werden. Strebe danach, alles Gute und Schöne über die Wasseroberfläche in deinen Arme zu schließen. Und empfinde keine Reue, so wie ich es tue. Versuche nicht für mich Partei zu ergreifen. Hier ist niemand vertrauenswürdig. Sie alle sind Ungeheuer. Menschengestalt. Sie kennen keinen Anstand und sind immer zu hungrig. Du musst dich unbedingt von ihnen fernhalten. Egal wie du dich über mich als dein Vater denkst, möchte ich dir sagen, dass ich gerne bei dir wäre und dass ich dich sehr liebe. Okay, aber ist der tot oder atmet er noch? Ne, der bewegt sich noch.
The door's open. Huh. Maybe it's his grace. I'll go take a look.
Sekiale.
I leave this area to you. Make sure to bring everyone out safe.
Understood. And please take care as well, Your Grace. We'll return here right away and await your orders.
Ne, warte mal. Wie ging das jetzt? So, nee. So, ne? Irgendwie cooler Move, Mann.
Just focus on the tasks you've been given. I already have reliable help over here. Let's go back. We have unfinished business, do we not? That mechanism from the first room. Maybe we'll also need to hold it in place using the same device to open the door that leads to the central area. Don't forget to bring these along.
Nee, kein Lauch, keine Lust auf fliegende Decken. Achso, jetzt dreht sich das dämliche Ding auch. Kann ich das jetzt auch begrenzen? Nee, kann ich nicht. Aber jetzt könnte ich eigentlich einfach nur das begrenzen. Nee, das ist auch scheiße. Fuck. Jetzt hab ich's falsch gemacht. So, jetzt aber. Crit Kokomi. Gab's, glaube ich, auch, oder? Na, die haut doch ganz schön rein, also mit Kombination an anderen Charakteren kann die Kokomi auch ziemlich Schaden machen. Wer zur Hölle ist denn da vorne? Achso, ne, das ist bloß irgendeine Säule oder so.
I must confess to being furious. To think that there are still some of you who find it permissible to spit upon our rules.
What the fuck, Alter? Das ist das eine eiserne Jungfrau? Seid ihr bescheuert?
Remember their names. Fasal and Avis. They've betrayed you, betrayed us. And today you will see with your own eyes what'll happen to those who betray our cause. Go on, Avis. Pierce his skull with the thorn in your hands, and then push in the Aqua Dolores. Of course, you will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again, and don't stop until you've pushed all of it in.
Thistle, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll find a way to endure. Oh, shut your wretched mouths! When did I give you permission to speak? My rules are the paramount law of this place. Only more pain will come to those who dare to disobey.
That's enough, Dugier. Your rabid screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that His Grace?
Oh, Risley. I knew you would come, but I didn't expect you to be so quick. Must you still refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already? What's so blasphemous about sharing a slice of the cake with me when you've already got the entire fortress at your feet?
It would seem that you can't see the difference between sharing and looting. And on top of that, look at your people. Are they not starving as you wolf down your cake?
You. Stop acting all high and mighty like some hero of justice! Have you forgotten? Nobody in this blasted fortress is innocent. We are all irredeemable monsters who have destroyed something that others held dear. What's so wrong about punishing those who deserve to be punished? It's what they've always deserved. And please, are you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives and well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep this place running? Is it—
Sadly, you're wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them as currency. The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also a place for rebirth. Just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption and a new beginning. Our bodies have limits, but our spirits will always remain free. They may have made mistakes, but they are still human beings with people and things that they cherish. And most importantly, They should always retain the freedom to choose their own path once they've reflected on their past misdeeds. But you're destroying their spirits with fear, taking their freedom away so that they'll become slaves who will never again feel or think. And you say that's what they've always deserved? You are nothing compared to them.
He's really mad.
Ich fühle das Gleiche.
You think me arrogant, Risley. Well, I think you're too young and naive. You understand nothing of this world. Nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what it is. A dumping ground of pain and misery, irredeemable now and irredeemable forever. No prisoner will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. The whip is the only way to make them obey. Had you been just one step slower, I would have already taken control of all the garden mechs in this place. Your vision gives you strength. But how long will it hold against these powerful constructs?
Powerful?
You talk big, but in the end, you know nothing outside of power and control. In that case, let me give you a small taste of what real power looks like.
Ja, vor allem, das sind ja nur Gardemecker, Alter. Was denkt der, was er da hat?
Positions. I gotta stop fighting. Rest and revamp.
Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song!
This could get a little chilly.
Everyone hold it with all my strength.
This dance is for you! Shower me with praise!
Hä? Was ist die Naida gefreckt? Ich dachte, ich habe vorhin rechtzeitig gewechselt. Sind wir schon fertig? Oh, mehr waren's nicht und der hat von Power geredet? Echt?
If you think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
Don't high road me. You're just another crook. And it's time you got treated like one.
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
I'm warning you. Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. As the Duke, you should set an example.
Funny how that slipped my mind. Well, from this point on, you can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood.
Alter. Die eingespielten Mitglieder der Barricade-Chefe wurden von den Wachen gerettet. Risley verbringt viel Zeit mit jedem Mitglied, tröstet sie und entschuldigt sich persönlich. Anschließend organisiert er die medizinische Nachsorgung und Aufräumarbeiten. Diesem Punkt ist die Angelegenheit der Barricade-Gesellschaft nun vorerst zu Ende. Wo hat er die Uhrwerkmecher her? Der hat immer wieder welche zerstören lassen und hat sie mitgenommen.
Sorry for taking
So ist
so
am
long.
Anfang gesagt worden.
Did I keep you waiting?
No, not at all. Paimon didn't know you were so considerate.
If you ask me, I'd say I actually feel very helpless. There's no way that I could truly empathize with the fear that the members felt every day. I could comfort and compensate them all I want, but it might still not be enough to repair the damage that has been done. I have to take responsibility for it, as does the fortress.
Zumindest gelang es uns, Durch zu stoppen, bevor es noch schlimmer wurde.
Yeah, it's the least that we could do.
So, do you have a plan for how you're gonna deal with him yet?
Oh, Dugier? I've already got an idea.
4 Teilen?
For now, I think I'll do nothing.
Huh? Why?
I think it's a very fitting punishment for him to have to imagine the sorts of punishments that will soon be coming his way. He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the dates and the details of his punishment.
Oh, das ist das Fieseste, was
Of
du machen
course,
kannst.
that's not to say that I'll be letting him off scot-free. It's not often that I actually get the chance to be creative with my punishments. I'm going to talk to the members of the society. He'll get a chance to experience everything that he's ever inflicted on them.
Gute Idee.
Paimon didn't know you could also be so harsh. Looks like she should watch her tongue when she's around you in the future.
Why do you think I'd do that kind of thing to you? You offend me, Paimon. Anyway, jokes aside, thank you so much for all of your help. There's still a lot for me to take care of, so how about this? I'll treat you to a meal in 2 days at the Coupon Cafeteria. We should have a better handle on things by then.
No, Paimon's had enough of that place.
Don't worry, it won't be the same old welfare meal. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, then you've got yourself a deal.
Paimon, Alter. Alter, was für ein kranker Wichser, ey. Hatten wir es neulich nicht erst schon drüber? Wäre es mal wieder schön, Alter, mal eine lustige, sanfte irgendwas-Story mal zu sehen, anstatt Tod, Verzweiflung und Misshandlung und keine Ahnung, was nicht alles gibt.
Hold the line.
Aber wer sind wir schon, da solche komischen Forderungen zu stellen? Bis wann jetzt? 11 Uhr bis 13 Uhr. Einer, zwei, halt 11 Uhr bis 13 Uhr. Die ich schon wieder fast genau 13 Uhr übersprungen hätte. Aber war eine coole Sequenz auf jeden Fall. Wobei, sagen wir ehrlich, wenn der Traveler keine Kugel abfangen könnte, dann weiß ich auch nicht. Ich meine, Risley geht einfach auf ihn zu und weicht aus, aber der Traveler soll es nicht können. Es gibt keine lustigen Stories in Fontaine. Stimmt.
Ah, you're here.
Paimon never forgets about meals. Even if the traveler forgets, Paimon will remind him for sure.
Also richtig hungern lassen oder so.
That's not what Paimon meant at all. Risley, you got what Paimon meant, right?
I'm a little confused, actually.
Hey, not you too.
Jokes aside, I've got some good news. After taking a look, the doctors have let me know that it shouldn't be too difficult to extract the thorns. Which means that everyone should be able to recover after a period of rest. As for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well. We've added a few who were more severely affected to a special observation list.
Was ist das für ein riesiges Lasagne-Stück, Alter? Das machen andere Leute für die ganze Gruppe, ey. Und auch dieser fucking Rollbraten, Alter. Von was ist das? Vom Dinosaurier?
You sure got everything taken care of, Risley.
Hat man sich erst vorhin drüber, dass die es einfach nicht schaffen, die richtigen Proportionen zu machen?
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take care of everything that happens within my territory.
Und von was ist denn dieser Hähnchenschlägel, Alter? Der ist fast so groß wie sein Kopf. Habe ich eine Frage an dich.
Please, go ahead.
Über die Erinnerung, als du den Juwel aufgehoben hast. Über deine Wut, als du Dugier zum Reden gestellt hast.
Ah, that's a bit of a long story. I once had a similar experience. It had to do with the host family I lived with as a child. I was an orphan, adopted by a couple with a great deal of love in their hearts. I had many siblings, and we all adored each other. Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater means, and go on to adopt more young children. They were perfect parents. Or so I thought.
Oh.
And then?
And then, I found out we were merely raised as livestock. Once we had reached a certain age, our parents would bring us to the market for sale. All children that were sold would leave the house, and nobody would know what became of them. As for those who didn't sell, they were merely disposed of. Did you know I once considered myself an extremely lucky child? And all of my friends, all of my siblings, they all felt this way as well.
Alter, geil, mach halt diese depressive Geschichte um das mit dem anderen Typen, Alter, noch schlimmer mit dem Zeug jetzt.
I was also not the first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were simply added to the disposal pile.
Ich hab mich schon gewundert, weil die so feinadlig angezogen sind und dann in der Gosse
the
leben.
feeling of irony every time I juxtapose their tragic ends against our parents' adoring smiles.
Deine Wut lag also auch daran, dass...
Yes. Like the society, my parents created a facade of joy, lied to satiate their desires, and even employed incredibly cruel methods to keep their grasp on power.
Ach so, das ist nur hier dargestellt, einfach so.
They did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly ruin all the children they took under their wing. Worse, perhaps they never cared about that at all. But I did. So in the end, I killed them and set all of the remaining children free. I was convicted for my crimes and exiled to the fortress of Meripede.
Alter. Was ist das für eine Reaktion? Oh.
My methods were extreme, yes. But I was still a teenager at the time. I'd been betrayed by those I trusted most. And I didn't think that more moderate ways would solve the problem. My doubt and helpless anger pushed me forward until I got what I deserved.
Ich habe diesbezüglich gemischte Gefühle.
It's all right. You don't have to tell me what you think. I've already committed to this path, regardless of what anyone may say about it. The least I can do is to make sure that the same tragedy will not happen again in my new home.
Sorry to disturb you, everyone.
Oh, it's a vis and fasol. Are you two feeling better yet?
It was all because you arrived in time. I managed to escape unscathed.
Das ist schön zu hören.
We came here on impulse today, because we were hoping that you'd be able to lend us a hand, Your Grace.
Please, go on right ahead. I'll do my best to help. Within reason, of course.
It's... I'd like to be wedded to Avis here at the fortress.
You're getting married?
Yeah, we met each other through the society and both fell into Dugier's trap. But even during our time there, we never doubted each other. We always believed that Dugier was manipulating us, trying to make us mistrust each other.
Wenigstens eine gute Sache noch.
And after this incident, we've come to believe that we've found the one for the rest of our lives.
You could say we managed to make the best out of a bad situation. He didn't abandon me, and I didn't forsake him either. But we're still both prisoners. And we also aren't sure if the fortress is the best place to host something so celebratory. So we are just wondering, is our request a bit too out of line?
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted a wedding before. But that's no reason to say no, is it? I'll help you make the arrangements. If you need anything special shipped in from the surface, just say the word.
Oh, we can't thank you enough, Your Grace. We are actually also planning to stay here after the conclusion of our sentences.
Was?
Yeah, we've already made tons of special memories here. So now, it'd be too hard to leave.
Vielleicht bauen sie sich ein unsichtbares Haus, um drin zu wohnen.
And we have full confidence in the fortress's future with you at the helm, Your Grace.
Your trust is the highest form of praise.
Hey, loosen up a bit. Shouldn't you be the happiest man in Teyvat to hear that people would like to stay of their own free will?
Yeah. I'll always take a genuine expression of faith over any obligation to obey.
War doch noch ein schönes Ende. Sie haben dann fröhlich geheiratet bei einer unsichtbaren Hochzeit, haben sich ein unsichtbares Haus gebaut, unsichtbare Kinder bekommen und haben sich einen unsichtbaren Zeppelin gekauft. Aber dass die echt hier unten bleiben wollen, ist schon krass. Aber das hat er ja schon in der Hauptstory erwähnt, dass viele, die einfach zu lange hier unten sind, dann auch hier bleiben, weil sie irgendwie nicht hoch wollen. Oh. Naja, wenigstens eine kleine schöne Story. Noch am Ende der Geschichte, die einfach nur durch war. Was für ein Wichser. Also ich meine jetzt den anderen, nicht den Risley. Platz ist nun genug im Vor für unsichtbare Häuser. So, und jetzt? Keine Ahnung, jetzt sollen wir dann nachher langsam dann auch mal zum Ende kommen. Kommen wir da hoch oder schießt er uns drüber? Wie er uns halt direkt hier absetzt. Das ist ja cool.